Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another ARK 100-day challenge. My name is Siegebreaker, and this time I test all of my ARK knowledge on the newest map for ARK Survival Ascended, Extinction. My goal for this playthrough is to try and defeat the King Titan and ascend, curing Earth from the corruption once and for all. Do I have what it takes? Let's find out. Let's hop right in. Here we are. I don't mind that last death. I was exploring yesterday when it dropped on Xbox. All right, here we are. Let the textures load in a bit. But yeah, here we go. We're just gonna start do normal ARK stuff now. But yeah, this series, I'm hoping, right, that I can defeat the Mecha King Titan, right? If I can't, because there's so much that goes into it to kill off Mecha King Titan. I would have to kill every single Titan 3 times. Then I'd need to get like something ridiculous, like over 2,000 hearts, right? 2,000 corrupted hearts. And it's just, if it happens, it'll happen, right? I think that's an OST that just landed or something. But if it happens, it happens, right? Because I think I could get there if everything goes according to plan, right? But this is ARK, and things never go according to plan. So yeah. We'll see where it takes us, but for the first 10 days, right, I have a plan. The plan is to essentially tame up some tech parasaurs to farm up metal, electronics, oil, and element dust. Then, tame some RGs, make a base, tame some gachas, tame some snow owls, because I want material. I don't want to worry about materials, right? So I need gachas. But in order to get to the forest, I need an RG. But I also need RGs to make an RG army to kill the Desert Titan. Because that's how I did it in AFC. What is it? I brought up some RGs. I brought up something ridiculous, like 30 RGs. And I just have them just melt the Desert Titan. So yeah, that's basically what we're gonna do, and we're going to build at the sanctuary where Green Ob is, because it's right next to the wasteland, right? Easy access to stuff, and it just makes sense. You heard past me. Let's get to work. Like every single one of these 100-day videos, I started off with the essentials, collecting stone, thatch, and wood to make basic tools. You all know the drill. Unlike any other map, though, Extinction was rich with all sorts of resources right off the bat that usually would have to be made later down the road. The lampposts around the city were an excellent source of early-game electronics, crystal, element dust, and even metal. Although, you could also kill the defense units for enforcers to get even more resources. Yeah, no, I need the bed first. The bed comes first. How big is that roly-poly? Could I take the roly-poly on? Because that is easy stuff. I think we risk it. I think we risk it for the biscuit. Hey! No! There we go. I tricked you. Now you're fighting all of them. You dummy. Mama's gonna hurt you. Nice. All right, I'm not gonna harvest that until everyone's away from that area. Yeah. All right. That's good materials right there. That is good materials. Can you leave so I don't accidentally hit one of you? That'd be fantastic. Wow. Oh yeah. There's water just up here, right? Is that an Armadoggo? Yo, everybody, pause. I think we just found ourselves an Armadoggo. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of this playthrough, I want to take this time at the beginning of the video to explain a few things while I'm getting myself situated near Green Up. First and foremost, yes, I most certainly sped run through the beginning stage of ARK. As you watch the video right before your eyes, you'll notice that I build up to flag pretty quickly, and that's because I didn't want to mess around. Like stated in the beginning, I wanted to see if I could attempt Alpha King Titan, and for that, I couldn't spend 20 days as a beach bob. Although later on, something else happens that prevents me from doing Alpha King Titan, so it really didn't matter, but I'll get to that later. I know the best and most fun stages of ARK are when you're first starting off, naked and afraid, but I wanted to get to an area I felt comfortable in and make a base so everything I did from that point on would become easier. Within the first day alone, I got a full set of flat gear along with weapons and tools. Hell, I even used that fancy upgrade station mod I had installed to make better gear since I had primitive loot at the moment. That's another thing I wanted to touch on, mods. If you want to know all the mods I used during this playthrough, there should be a list down in the description of this video for you to check out. But just to name off a few that are on the top of my head, we had the stacking mod, Utilities Plus, the upgrade station, better Tranqs, Omega teleporters, Dino Finder, and a few more that I sadly can't remember at the moment. Second order of business is the boss fight, or more specifically, the Alpha King Titan fight. I'll just tell you here, right? Right now, I did not kill the Alpha King Titan. I don't even attempt it, but I did want to. I really did during this playthrough. And I did actually build up to try and attempt it. Sadly, though, there was a glitch going around on single player, right? Where if you brought creatures to the King Titan arena, most of the time, when they went to attack the boss, they just stare up at it and not attack, even though they were whistled onto the King Titan and on neutral. Also, there was a glitch where on single player, if you tried to summon in the Mega Mech, it would crash your game and delete your character, so that was not an option. I tested it out on my other world before doing anything on this one, and let's just say 3 out of the 3 times I tried to fight the King Titan on my alt account, all the creatures I brought with me, whether they be Titans, Gigas, or Dreads, they just stare up at the boss's crotch and let it beat the ever-loving crap out of them. No worries though, my friends. By the time I get to the end of the playthrough, I do fight the King Titan. Sadly though, it wasn't alpha because of that glitch. I didn't have time to prepare for all 3 fights by the time day 100 rolled around. Back to the gameplay though. As you watch through day 1, you'll see me slowly but steadily build up to where I was comfortable. But if I wanted to do anything, I need a mount, so I could travel on, and what better mount than a flyer? Towards the end of day 1, once I had my little outpost set up, I noticed an RG that was level 110 just flying around my base, so I set up a trap and lured it in before taming it up with Prime Mate. After that, I simply upgraded my crossbow, which took all my metal, before finding a very low-level Dodic and taming it up. Day 2 was all about RGs. I planned to take on the Desert Titan with an RG army, so for that, I needed halfway decent birds, so day 2 was spent finding high levels around the sanctuary and taming them up. Luckily enough, 2 130s spawned pretty close to my base, so I picked up that RG trap that I tamed the first bird with and remade it closer to where they had spawned in. I really would have liked a better RG, if I'm being honest. I'm talking like 140, 145, but all things considered, I take a couple 130s. After I tamed up the 2 RGs, though, I then spent the rest of day 2 farming up resources to make a protective wall around my little outpost. I only needed to make 2 walls, though, so that was good, but I did have to spend a lot of resources on those behemoth gates. Prices that need to be paid, though, for protection. Am I right? On day 3, I tamed up a tech stego that had wandered into my base before I had set up the walls because I needed a berry harvester. Yes, I know the tech parasaur I tamed up could harvest berries, but I had something planned for them, so I thought the stego would be a good second choice. After that, I used up pretty much all my resources, again, to upgrade my armor in the upgrade station. Listen, I don't care if any of you accuse me of cheating by using this mod. I love mods. Get back to me when you play ARK Survival Evolved for basically 8 years straight on console with 0 mods while watching all the PC players getting to enjoy these cool ass mods. Meanwhile, I'm stuck playing Vanilla ARK for 8 years. Listen, you can only beat all the maps so many times before it starts to get repetitive, man. Right, let's get back to the video, shall we? After I was done around base, I spent the rest of the day over in the snow biome setting up a small fob because I needed to tame up some snow owls. And I wasn't getting them for my personal use either. I had a better plan in mind for these fluffy hedwigs. A plan that would require me to go down into the sunken forest. Day 4 was spent prepping for my journey to the sunken forest, although I did take a few pit stops out in the wasteland for some polymer to make up a fridge and some AC units. After that, I rolled around in my Dodic to farm up some stone before heading on down to the forest. I got pretty lucky too, for I found a decent level gacha with an opposite gender baby, so after taming up the parent, I claimed the baby as my own before heading on home. Once I got home, I began to breed up all the creatures I had the owls, RGs, and tech parasaurs, but in order to maximize the effectiveness, I've tamed up an oviraptor to collect the eggs for me. The entirety of day 5 was spent hatching out all the eggs I had collected. I didn't really care for perfect stat creatures either. Besides, the RGs, of course, for the boss fight. For the owls and parasaurs, though, I just needed more of them. All of day 6 was spent out in the wasteland again, but this time with a chainsaw, hacking away at corrupted creatures' hides to get even more polymer. I also spent the last half of the day out with the Yankee gathering more metal. Shocker, I know. With all that metal and polymer I collected, though, on day 7 I made up a chem bench along with a few more industrial items before I shifted my attention over to the gachas. I wanted to make some sort of gacha farm, so around the outpost I built 4 identical little areas for a gacha couple with a place for 4 snow owls to land above them. Every time they would barf up a pellet, it would then fall down and the gachas would collect them. They weren't special by any means, but they were effective, and at the moment, that's all I really cared about. The construction even went into day 8. That's how long it took me to come up with a design, and then replicate it 3 times. I had to keep going back out to gather more and more resources since I built it all out of stone. It was a good thing I tamed up that Dodic early on, though. Now, this by far isn't going to be the final Gacha farm design. Later on, towards the end of this playthrough, I actually make up a better one that I saw Raasclark make, but for now, until I expanded, this one would have to do. Day 9 was spent back over in the snow biome to try and get better level snow owls to breed up and get an imprinted one. I got pretty lucky too, for I found a level 145 male and a 145 female snow owl just 1,000 or so meters away from one another. After I got back to base though, I set the owls to breed and used up my resources to craft the very new biogrinder. And let me just tell you, this thing is literally awesome. And on day 10, I literally spent the entire time AFKing around base and grabbing up some good old loot from some gotcha crystals. Day 11 was when I found a max level enforcer just outside my base, so, well, you know what I had to do. I went out my newly imprinted RG Houdini and killed it for the blueprint. After I got back and safely stored the BP, I made up a mega lab in Grill with the materials I had just gotten from all the gotcha crystals. I did have to go out and steal more paste, though, from the neighboring beavers, and let's just say they weren't too pleased about that decision. I then went on an alligator hunt, or more specifically, a Sarco hunt, to grab their tribute items because if I wanted to take on the Desert Titan soon, I need 10 Sarco skins. Which, once was all said and done, left me with acquiring just 10 fire talents. Don't worry, I'll get to that in a moment. In the meantime, I had a new building project in mind, which involved the biogrinder. Remember those tech parasaurs I tamed up on day 1? Well, they were going to come in handy now because I decided to make an automatic metal, oil, dust, and electronic farm. Yes, I know it's a bit demented, okay? But then again, every ARK player has done something like this before, so, you know, it's fine. Basically, to give you the rundown, I placed down the grinder and made 2 open levels where the parasaurs would be standing. I made sure they were facing toward the wall, though, so when their eggs fell, they fell down right onto the grinder. I then placed down an air con along the floor, so when the eggs fell, they were in close proximity of the AC and would incubate without having to go up and interact with them. Ow! I can't see! I died. That's great. That's fantastic. Man. Um. Um. Hmm. Hmm. Very intriguing. How am I gonna get myself out of this one? On the next blow breath. Wow. Yes! I killed him. Are you telling me that I can just... Alright. I can tank them for a little bit. But not a lot. I can't get away. It's impossible for me to get away. Yeah. Alright, well, first death. That's fine. After that failure, with only 1 talent in my pocket, I went back to base to breed up the gotchas because I was on the hunt for element dust to make up that 115 Forcer, but I also wanted to grind enough element to make a replicator soon. I spent all of day 14 breeding though, and nothing to show for it. That was until I learned a valuable piece of information. Alright, so that was 1. Oh my god! Somebody saved me. There's no way. There's no... Bro, there's no way. There's no way that I didn't know the Dodic did this. Oh my god. I'm an idiot. I've spent hours breeding up the gotchas. Because I thought... Oh my god. Someone save me. Please, someone... Okay, I hate... That's the one thing I can't. Yeah. As you can see, learning that valuable piece of information helped me out a ton. In no time at all, I had enough dust to make up that enforcer. An enforcer that I named Thanos, by the way. But if I wanted to make that replicator and have enough element to craft and power a tech suit, I need a lot more where that came from. A lot more. I took a quick break from the element grind though, because while I was doing so, I stumbled upon a level 145 Rex, and you just know I had to tame it, even though I never used this gal once in the entire playthrough. I quickly hopped on back to base and made up a few super trank darts to instantly KO this Rex. I then force-fed the dino the Tame Helper, which is another part of the ultimate trank mod that basically makes the dino's food stat drop all the way down to 0. After that, the level 145 Rex was mine. I then shifted my focus back to the task at hand. Element. Along the east side of the sanctuary, there's this little dome structure that you shouldn't miss. There's a terminal right in the center of the build. Basically, since I'm on single player, I have my resource respawn a lot faster than on official because I don't have time to wait around a couple hours for things to spawn back in. Especially when they don't even spawn back in unless I'm in the area. There's these little benches, tables, and light posts scattered around the area that give element dust. So I spent a little over an hour harvesting them all constantly, and got a grand total of a couple hundred elements. Day 18 was when I finally had enough resources to make up the tech replicator, along with a full set of armor, a rifle, and enough leftover element to run it for a few days until I went to harvest some more. For those of you who may be confused on why I have tech this early on, let me explain. Basically, after every 100-day series, I ascend, right? The island, Scorched Earth, and Aberration. I ascended and landed on the next map, and when you ascend and move on, you don't technically lose your levels or your engrams. I'm basically playing these 100-day challenges as my complete playthrough of the story maps in ARK, so it makes sense chronologically for my survivor to still have all the tech grams he had when on the other maps, which is why I'm also such a high level starting off. Just wanted to clear the air on that in case you or some of you were confused. Now, once I had my full tech suit, I then went on a wyvern killing spree with the armor to get the rest of the talents for the Desert Titan, since now I could properly outrun a wyvern and its breath attack. Plus, the tech rifle shreds through corrupted wyverns. Shreds! All of day 19 was spent building up my beginner outpost a bit. I was sick of looking at all my crafting benches just placed at random spots along the floor. The same with all my storage too. So, after I built myself a garage, along with after hatching out the RG army for the Desert Titan, I got to work on the base. I first placed down the rest of the foundations that were needed, at least on the flat areas. Once that was done, I made a little 5x5 box that would house all of my appliances and storage for the time being. Before I did anything too crazy though, I made sure to place down the garage right in the middle of the base so I could then build around it and not worry about space. The little house wasn't anything spectacular. It was just a little 5x5 with a pointed roof and some extra decorative pieces hanging off the side of it to make it look more wastelandy, if that's even a word. I also made up an industrial forge before placing down some defensive X turrets around base because I was so sick of the flying rats, the seagulls, the ichthyonuses, whatever you want to call them, flying around base and stealing my crap from me. I was sick of it. I'm done. It's okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. You don't need to worry about me, all right? It's just a dumb seagull, all right? Nothing to worry about. On day 20, well, I didn't do much on day 20, if I'm being honest. I mainly made sure my RGs were all saddled up and ready to go with a few levels pumped in all of them before I shifted my focus onto the garage. I'm in my very first battle rig, but I'll tell you now, I never used these cars, like ever. I was too busy being focused on killing the King Titan to really care about them. I don't think so. Alright, I'm gonna do it. Alright, here we go. Desert Titan. Let's do it. Oh, here we go, everybody. Here we go. Whew. Alright. Alright. We got this. We can do this. It's definitely gonna happen. We're gonna kill him. The Desert Titan is going down, let me tell you. It does not stand a chance. Oh, it's right there. Alright, so I have to go over here and whistle all these guys to follow me. Look at that. Alright, everyone, follow me. Kill the Desert Titan. Oh yeah, look at them! Oh, look at them go! Look at them go! That's amazing. Yes, yes, keep doing that. Come on. Is it stuck? Look at it. Oh, but look at that health. It's, oh my god. Yes, yes, here we go. Come on, RGs. Come on. You're almost halfway. Look at that. Yeah, see, this is why you do an RG army. This is exactly why. Oh yeah, here we go. Desert Titan, you're going down! You're going down, buddy! You are going down. He's stuck there, look at him. Look at him. He's an idiot. There we go, more damage, more damage. Keep going, keep going. There you go. Come on, we're almost there. We're under half. Ooh, that did 700 damage right there. I saw that. Okay, we're almost there. We have no casualties yet. No casualties. Come on. Are some of them bloody? I can't tell. I really can't tell. Come on, we're almost there. We're almost there. Keep going, keep going. Oh my god. There we go. Slow and steady. He's almost dead. None of them have died yet. So that's good. Come on. Who's gonna kill it? Who's gonna kill it? Which one of you? What the fuck? Which one of you killed it? Hello? Why didn't it give me anything? Why didn't it give me any loot? Why did it give me nothing? That's not... Wait a minute. Let me see something. Oh, I can't even do that. That's great. This is kind of bad. I need that stuff. Isn't it supposed to drop shit? Oh, wait a minute. What's this? Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, that scared me for a second. That scared me for a second. Oh, look at that. I got 3 element, really? Wow. Okay. Okay. Never mind. We're good. Look at that loot. What does that sound? Oh, it's you. Okay, so that's good to know. Okay, look what we got. There we go. That's what we needed. Desert Titan trophy. One Titan down. Three to go. On day 22, I kid you not, I spent the entire day flying around trying to find anything and anything. Killed some Therizinos for their claws, because I need them for the Ice Titan, but my main goal was to try and kill things around the snow to force a Karkar or a Giga to spawn in, because if I wanted to complete some orbital supply drops, I need a pretty decent Karkar. The Gigas were mainly for the King Titan fight that I was planning to do down the road. Day 23, I needed some more materials, so I AFK'd around base and let the grinder do its thing, along with letting some of the gachas produce crystals for me. Day 24 was once again spent out in the wasteland, flying around and hoping to force a Giga or a Karkar to spawn in. The only way to get them to spawn in quicker is to go around the border of the snow and kill everything, so it was a pretty slow process, not gonna lie there, but eventually it would pay off. Just not today. In the meantime, though, while flying around the perimeter of the snow, I did come across a max level male Rex, and I couldn't pass up the opportunity to have a mating pair of good Rexes, just in case. So I knocked it out, tamed it up, and then claimed its child just for safekeeping. Like I said previously though, oh, words, I didn't use Rexes once during this playthrough, but it never hurt to be overprepared just in case, right? All of day 25 was spent flying around the sanctuary and taming up some better level armored doggos so I could get an imprinted one as my companion. But after I did all of that, I flew back out to the wasteland and finally, all of my hard work was about to pay off. A level 140 Karkar was waiting for me when I went over to the snow biome on day 26, just begging for me to tame it. So I quickly went back to base, made a good old fashioned trap, with a bear trap, lured the Karkar into the middle, sealed it up, and drug over bodies of dead T-Rex babies to earn its trust. I guess those Rexes did come in handy after all. I had to earn its trust 2 times, so before the timer hit 0, I went back to the trap, got it off, trapped it in again, before feeding it another dead Rex, and before I knew it, the level 140 Karkar was mine. But that's not all, folks. No, for as I was riding around on the Karkar taming it up, I saw level 25 Giga spawn in. Yes, I know it's only level 25, but a Giga is a Giga, and at that point, I take anything, seeing as how I already spent so many hours searching for one. And for all of you no-lives in the comments who are like, oh, there's no way, you cheated, you spawned it in. Bro, I literally stream all these 100-day playthroughs live on my Twitch account and then post them to YouTube. I didn't cheat. You can go back and double check me if you want to. I believe day 26 would be stream 6 that you're looking for. Day 27 was the day I bred out my imprinted doggo companion who just so happened to have a purple color mutation, which was pretty sick in my opinion. All of day 28 and 29 was spent making the wall for my new wasteland outpost. I didn't really move that far away from my first base, just to the other side of Grenoble, right on the edge of the wasteland, but I knew if I was going to start breeding up Gigas and Karkars soon, which was the plan, I need a bigger space, so it was time to move. It took me the entirety of these 2 days just to make the wall around camp. I kid you not, that's how big it was. Now, as I was building the wall, I admit I had no idea how I wanted the new base to look. And even towards the end, I didn't really know, but I think I came up with a few cool designs throughout the lifespan of this base. Let me know what you think down in the comments below after you watch the entire video. Anyways, I also placed down the tribe tower on the center rock, which I would soon build the base around, within the next few days. Sadly, though, I had run out of stone by the time day 30 rolled around, so all of day 30 was spent flying around on the Dodic gathering up as much stone as I could because I wanted to make the base look somewhat decent. I'll tell you now, though, the base kind of stays in this weird half-finish, half-not state for like the next 70 days. Days 31 and 32 were spent building up the new base with the materials I had just farmed up. I placed some X turrets around the perimeter of the wall before I built around the tribe tower. Basically a platform that would house all my crafting benches for the time being. After I was done building, though, I found something that I had been spending hours searching for. Before I get to that, though, let's finish up with this build, shall we? Alright. Now this is where, over here is where I found the car. Now, maybe something else has spawned in. Oh, here we are. Oh, thank you. Oh, no way. There's no way. There's no way. It's a female and it's a 145? Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Oh no, I forgot. I forgot to bring. I forgot. No. I forgot to. Okay, that's fantastic. I didn't. Listen. Okay, okay. This is perfect. This is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. I did not bring anything to tame it with either, so this is doubly perfect. All right, mutton right there. Give me that. Give me the prime. No, stop doing that. I don't have time for this. I have the arrow. I have the super arrow. I have the thing. I have that. I have my crowd balls. Okay, let's go. Let's go back quickly. There we go. Oh my god, that was loud. Alright, quickly. That's a 145 giga. Yes! 145, let's go! Okay, we're done. We're done with Gigas. We don't need any more Gigas now. Oh, yes! Oh, you lost a level. Well, how much? Wait a minute. 31? That doesn't look good. That melee. I'm gonna be real with you. That doesn't look good. But it doesn't matter. I'm gonna love you no matter what because you're a mating pair. There we go. Alright, quickly, let's go back to base. Yep, a level 145 Giga of the opposite gender to the one I had. Like Past Me said, I no longer had to worry about Gigas. For the next 2 days, I sat around AFKing at my new base and letting the Gigas breed to get a perfect mate pair, but I also used up some of my resources to fully upgrade a car saddle because my luck had just struck again. I'm not lying when I say this playthrough. It's probably the luckiest I've ever been in ARK. Ever. So now let's do this. Alright. As you can see, it's a male 50. So if I do this, it should sniff it, and it should be fine. Oh, you rat! Oh. Oh. That's annoying. Okay. Now, let's do this again. I don't have infinite of these, alright? So please no more wolves just pop out of nowhere. There we go. Alright. Come on. You should sniff it soon, right? There you go. Yeah, sniff, buddy, sniff. Come on. Eat it. Perfect. Alright. Here we go. Really? Alright, there we go. So now, we just tame this guy. Yes, okay, I know I was only level 50, but I wasn't looking for another high-level car. I was simply looking for a mating pair, which is exactly what I got. I now had a breeding pair of both Gigas and Cars, and no longer had to worry about trying to force them to spawn in by going on a mass killing spree along the border of the snow, which meant I could now shift my focus to other things during this playthrough. But first, well, I wanted to tame a certain creature. I've never tamed a Dreadmare in survival, right? I made a showcase video on it when it first came out, like 2 months ago, but that was it. So I wanted to test my luck and see if I had what it takes to make the Dark Pegasus my friend. So I went out and killed a few that were flying around. I got two 145 female alters to drop, but the highest level male I could find was a 110, which would have to do for the time being. But before I tried to tame a Dreadmare, I had to breed up the Cars, because I also wanted to take on an OSD soon. For both the OSD and the Dreadmare, though, I needed more ammo, so I spent a good portion of day 37 making up bullets for my shotgun out of all the charcoal I had lying around. Day 38 was spent back out in the wasteland farming up some Apex drops in order for me to tame the two Dreadmares I had, both the 110 and one of the 145 females. I started off with killing some more Therizinos and Thylos roaming around, along with the gas bags that roamed the wasteland, for those were the most common Apex drop I stumbled upon. After I got a decent amount of drops from those creatures, I then shifted my focus to corrupted creatures, i.e. rock drakes, gigas, and a few fire wyverns. The gigas were easy to kill with my tech rifle. Sure, I burned through a lot of element doing so, but that was the most effective way for me to kill them at the time. Once I was done with corrupted creatures, I went to the snow to hunt down some rhino horns and Udi lungs. It's a good thing I did that too, for later on, towards the end of this playthrough, those rhino horns come in handy for something else. Once I was done in the snow, though, I went over to the swamp to get Megalania toxin before heading to the desert biome to grab some aloe brains. Along the way back home, I killed a few Ceratos for their spines, but after that, I went back to base and prepared everything for the tame. Day 39 was spent waiting for nighttime to roll around. While waiting, though, I hatched out my personal car, which I named Honda Odyssey. There was literally no reason for it. I just thought it was a funny name at the time. But after a long day just sitting around base, breeding and farming up resources, nighttime finally rolled around, which meant I could begin the taming process for the Dreadmare. For those who have never tamed a Dreadmare before, let me explain it to you, while past me demonstrates. You have to first find a wild Dreadmare out and about. They only spawn during the night though, so if you're looking during the day, you won't find them. Once you kill them, in their inventory there'll be an item called an altar. You basically pick it up and place it down where you want to tame your Dreadmare. Once it turns night, the altar will demand you give an offering, which could be any apex drop on the map, which was why I was killing all those things the day before. Once you sacrifice the offering, a blood version of the Dreadmare will spawn in, and you will have to kill it in order to start taming it. As you can see, I used my car to help me with that. Once you kill the Bloodmare and offer it up tribute items a few times, depending on the level, you simply walk up to the altar and interact with it, and your Dreadmare will appear fully tamed. Once I tamed up the 110, sadly it was no longer night out, so I had to wait to tame up the other one. While waiting though, I decided that I would take on my first orbital supply drop on day 40. My first red supply drop. I was fairly confident with my imprinted Hada Odyssey though, so I knew that I could take it on, as long as I prepared, that is. I made a few pieces of hazard gear so I wouldn't get burned by the wyverns, and some medical brews just in case before flying around the wasteland until I found a red drop, which actually didn't take me that long. I was sort of surprised how well my first drop went, if I'm being honest. Towards the end, there were a few wyverns, but nothing that I couldn't handle. All things considered, I got some pretty decent loot as well. After I went back to base, though, and put the gear away, it was time to tame up the second Dreadmare, this time the 145. It took like 20 offerings to tame this 145. I'm not kidding. I thought I was going to run out of time, but with the help from Honda Odyssey and my imprinted Giga Nemesis, they really made it easier. Listen, I tried to shoot at the thing a few times, but it's like a flying gnat around your head. You just can't get it to leave you alone, flying around in circles. It was annoying. I can see why people make traps for these things while taming now. But no matter, for with only a few hours left to spare, the 145 Dreadmare tamed up without a hitch, and now I could breed up the two I had and make an even better one. Day 41 was spent breeding up everything around base. The Gigas for mutations, and the Dreadmares to get an imprinted version as my new mount. After that, though, I found something that I just couldn't pass up. While I was farming up some metal in the sunken forest, on my way back, I came across a level 115 Dreadnoughtus that was pretty close to a Gamma Element thing. Now, where it wouldn't be perfectly tamed, I really didn't care. I just wanted to tame up one of the new creatures, so I went back to base, dropped off all the metal, and raced back to the Dread with some Behemoth Gates and Element. Like I said, it was pretty close to the vein itself, so I didn't have to use a lot of element, but once it had followed me to the vein, I boxed it in with some stone gates and got to work defending it. Since it was a gamma, like I said, there was nothing too serious that attacked, mainly stegos, trikes, raptors, dillos, and pteranodons. It only took me around a half an hour to complete the event and tame up my very first red Nautis in ASA. It would have taken less time if the dillos stopped hiding from me, but, what can you do about it? Now, the only thing I needed was a high-level male dread, and then I'd be all set for the creatures I need in order to kill the King Titan, along with both the Forest and Ice one. But that was still a few days down the road. After I tamed up the dread, I went over to both the desert and ice biome to tame up two specific creatures, Samanas and Velos. I had an idea for the Velos in the future that I'd need them for, and the Manas, well, I just wanted one, if I'm being honest. I found a few high-level Velos while in the desert, but the highest mana I found was a 110, so I decided to just cut my losses and take what I could get. What in the world? Where is bro going? Bro is not there. Bro is not there. Where is he going? Let me save the game real quick in case I crash. Because that's always a possibility. Yeah, no, he's just not even there. Bro's gone. Bro is literally gone. Hmm. Can't say I've ever seen this before. Can't say I've ever seen this before. Huh. All right. I mean, sure. Invisible mana is slowly ascending to the heavens. Day 44 and 45 was spent. Shocker. Breeding. I wanted to work on the mutations as quick as possible for the final boss fight, and the quicker I got this done, the better. Sadly, though, I had to switch cryo mods because at the time, the Dino Depot mod was kind of glitchy. Whenever it went to auto capture a baby, it would crash my game, so I had to use the Super Cryo Storage mod instead. Day 46 was the day that I found something fantastic. A max level male Dreadnoughtus hanging out just outside my base, right on the edge of where the sanctuary met the wasteland. I couldn't do much about it though, at least not yet. I had to wait for an element vein to spawn in somewhat close to its position, so until that happened, I decided to work my base a bit. I needed room for all my trophies, right? All the heads I had collected in artifacts, so on that main platform where the tribe tower was, I decided to make a small room which would house everything. You may notice that some of these trophies are from other maps. And before you accuse me of anything, yes, I spawned them in. I wanted the head of every boss so far I'd killed hung up in this room, so I spawned them in because, let's be honest, the trophies served no real purpose on other maps besides decoration, so I didn't see the harm in it. I also brought along the flags as well, because the flags are cool. But if I'm being honest, it took me a while to come up with a good design for this little building. I kid you not, I spent like an hour trying to figure out what I wanted the roof to look like. And there were certainly some pretty unique designs. Let's call them that, unique. It's a good word for it. It looks like a face. Oh my, oh no, no, no. Uh, I can't, I can't see it. Oh no. Oh no, that's bad. That's so bad. Uh, oh no. As I was building, my prayers had been answered, though, for just outside my base, towards that weird implant-looking structure, I saw an alpha element vein spawn, and so you know what that meant? Yep, it was time to tame that 150 dread. After luring it towards the vein, I blocked it in with metal behemoth gates. Gates that I used all my metal on, might I add. The vein was, well, it was harder to defend than the first one. Let's just leave it at that. The enemies were literally spawning inside of the vein. Inside of it! How the hell was I supposed to kill them without damaging the vein? The best I could do was hop off when it was safe, i.e., no wyverns around, to shoot them with any other weapon, because if I used my car too much to bite around the vein, it would destroy it. It definitely took me a lot longer than the previous tame, and I'm not lying when I tell you this, that vein was seconds away from death when the dread got tamed. When the tamed a creature text popped up on my screen, I bit down on the last paraser, and the vein literally exploded. I was an inch away from failing, but at least I tamed it. That's all I care about. After I returned back to base, I set the male next to the female and got back to work on my base because I realized, much to my own annoyance, that since building that new breeding pen, the outer wall was no longer in line with everything else. I'm not lying when I say I tore that old wall down just to rebuild it in line with the new pen. I couldn't stand how uneven it was. I just couldn't take it, so, well, I spent the rest of day 50 tearing down walls and replacing them so it was symmetrical again. I spent days 51 through 55 just AFKing at base and waiting for the dreads and gigas to breed up. Like I said before, I was trying to get mutations on the gigas while I needed to get the perfect mating pair of dreads. It took me literally hours to get them too. I got a couple melee mutated gigas during that stream, but I could not, for the life of me, get a 225 female dread. It was impossible. I wanted to try and get at least some mutations on the dreads as well, and during the time breeding, I got like 5 mutated babies before I got a perfect female. That's just how ARK be. You want something, and it gives you exactly what you're not looking for at the moment. I did keep 2 of the mutated babies though. One of them was a double mutation melee, one which I named Tutti Frutti, and the other was a single melee mutated dread that I named Banana Bus. Day 56 was spent making up a temporary greenhouse to get some veggies because I wanted to get a mating pair of snails, and to do that, I needed veggie cakes. I was sick and tired of going to the beaver dams and stealing the paste that was there, so I decided to bite the bullet and just get it over with. Luckily, snails spawn like everywhere near my base, so it wasn't that hard to find two just roaming around. Before that, though, I needed a dung beetle for fertilizer and to actually make a temporary greenhouse. All of which I got done by the end of the day, though, so no biggie. Once that was done, on day 57, I spent the entire day searching for orbital supply drops. At the beginning, the only good ones I found were a few yellow ones. There was, of course, a couple blues and purples, but I was not going to do a blue drop. And I wasn't yet confident in my ability to complete a legendary drop, so I held off for the time being. Although, towards the end of day 57, I did find exactly one red drop, so, I had to do it. And it was a good thing, too, because that red drop gave me my very first Mech BP. Day 58 was spent getting the resources to craft up my very new level 108 Mech. A Mech that I named Badassatron, might I add. Listen, if you know, you know. If you couldn't already tell by now, I'm a huge Transformers fanatic. Day 59, I actually crafted up a normal Dread saddle and upgraded it in the Augment Station to make the cheapest saddle BP I could, which is another feature with the Upgrade Station mod. It wasn't by any means cheap. It still costed 6,000 metal, 3,000 paste, and 2,500 silica pearls just to make one, but for 80 armor, all those resources are gladly worth giving up. Day 60 was spent near the Gachas after taking a quick trip down to the Sunken Forest to tame up a Pego, and by the end of the day, I was able to make exactly one of the OP Dread Saddles. Day 61 was the day that I decided to take on all 3 Titans back to back: Forest, Ice, and Desert. I would be using my Dreads for each fight, seeing as how I just spent days breeding them up and farming for their saddles. For one Titan in particular, though, seeing as I already had killed it, I wanted to test something out and see if it was possible. For I saw Raasclark do it, and I just had to know if it was true or not. I had to. But that's for later. For now, I'll simply let you watch these 3 fights unfold for themselves. Enjoy. There we go. Okay. Forest Titan, here we come. Let's do this. Get in the mech and whistle attack. Come on, we got this. Come on. Let's go. Go. Attack. Tutti Frutti Banana. Come on. There you go. How much damage do they do? Oh, 15,000! Oh my god, look at that! Why are Banana and Tutti Frutti the only ones on it? Oh no! Guys, come on! Yes! You did it! Banana Bus! Tutti Frutti! You did it! You did it! Let me get this dermis. Perfect. Oh my god. Banana Bus, Tutti Frutti, you are the goats. You literally are the goats. You are the goats. Let me give me this Forest Titan supply crate. There that is. Look at that. Nice. All right. Perfect. That is honestly amazing. The things. Go! Alright, there we go. They're surrounding it. That's good. No, don't follow me. There we go. Kill him. Kill him! Let's go! He's got nothing on us! He's got nothing! You guys are imprinted! 17k damage a pop? Come on. Yeah, we got this. Don't worry about it. We got it. Let's go. Kill him. Yes! Alright, first let me grab this dermis. Dermis. Boom. There we go. Now, we grab my loot. Let's go. That was easy. Oh, yes, we got that. Yes, we got that. And we got this. Yes. Oh, and we got actual tech armor. Oh, Lord. Let's go. We did it. All right. That was that. These guys are goated. These guys are absolutely goated. Yes, let's go. Let's do this. It's only been 40 minutes, too. Damn. Alright, we do this. We fly all the way up to the Desert Titan, right? And then we chuck a Dreadnoughtus right on top of him. Like I said, I saw Raasclark do this, alright? Go, Banana Bus! Kill him! Yes! Go, Banana Bus! Go, Banana Bus! Go, Tutti Frutti Banana Bus! Yes! Go! Oh! I forgot about that. I did not see. Oops. Oops. That was a big oopsies on my part. That was a big oopsies on my part. Retrieve corpse or bag items. Yes! We did it! I completely forgot that lightning destroyed you. Alright, that's 100% my bad. Kill him! You too! Kill him! There you go. Yeah, I'm glad I got the Omega teleporters down. No, I did it again! I did it again! Oh, this is 100% my bad, everybody. I don't mean to be. I don't mean to suck. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No! It happened again. Guys, I don't mean to be this bad. Guys, I honestly don't mean to be this bad. Guys, I don't mean to be this bad. I really don't. He keeps spawn killing me. It's not fair. It's not fair. No! He did it again! He did it again! He did it again. Everybody. I'm not lying when I tell you this isn't for fun. This isn't jokey. He's just spawn killing me. Alright, I think what we gotta do, right? What we have to do, we have to alright, do this. No. Elements. Where's the element one? Respawn Omega Teleporter. Respawn on the element one. Grab our stuff here, and then teleport back. Right? Open teleporter, view Omega Teleporters, go to the Desert Titan. Yeah, go! Yeah, man, these are they're brutal. I did not mean to, I didn't die once in the other fights. Yeah, he's almost dead. There we go. Okay, yeah. Listen, I don't mean to like. I did not mean to keep dying like that. What is under? All right, whatever. All right, here we go. Yep, more stuff. All right, that's not what we did it for. We mainly did this for the dermis. That's mainly what we did it for. Look. I did not mean to die 4 times, but that motherfucker, he was spawn camping me. You saw that. You saw that. He was spawn camping me. How bad is my armor? Oh, you know, actually not that bad. All right. There we go. Well, that was a Desert Titan fight. I did not mean to suck that bad. All right. It just happened. You know, sometimes it just be like that. Main outpost. Let me save the game. Wow. I died, what was that? 4 times? Oh, no. Okay, so quickly, I just looked at how long this video is going to be, so I'm going to speed run the next few days, alright? Good, because I don't really want this to be a 2-hour video, and you guys definitely don't want to hear me talk for that long. So, day 62 through 63, I tore down the greenhouse, built an extension to the main platform. I then enclosed the roof and placed on all my crafting benches that were over it at the first outpost. Day 64 and 65 were spent AFK breeding and hatching eggs. Shocker. Days 66 and 67 were spent making Raasclark's Gacha farm. His original video will be down in the description below if you want to check it out, which I highly recommend. Gachas. Alright, let's see. Black Pearl. Sulfur, metal, sulfur, sulfur, red, poly, poly, sulfur, black, obsidian, 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 poly, metal, poly, sap. Boys, we got him. We got him. Look at this mother. Look at this. And it's and it has a mutation? What do you mean it has a mutation? I don't see no mutation. Oh my god, guys, we got it. We got it. It doesn't matter anymore. We got it. We got an element dust guy. Look at that. Element dust gotcha. Let's go. Can we get another one? Can we get save the game? Can we get another one? That's the question. Oh my lord. Day 68 through 70 was essentially spent AFKing at the new Gacha farm, hunting down scouts for the tinkering desk, and then making a very OP enforcer towards the end of the day. Then, I went to face off against the Wandering King Titan. Alright. King Titan's here. Let's go. There he is. Come on, attack! Attack! Oh no! Tutti Frutti, if you don't get your butt over there. Yes! Go, Tutti Frutti! Yes! Oh! 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 Oh, my lord! Oh, my lord! Keep going. Kill this wandering titan. Come on! We got this! Kill him! Oh! Yes! Death! We did it! Did you see that? That was easy. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, we did it. Alright, what do we get? Oh, we got some of that. Oh, we got that. We got kibble. Okay, that's always good. Did we get any cosmetics? No, I don't think we did. Ah, that's fine. But that's perfect. We killed the Wandering King Titan. That guy was easy. He was gone. Kaputski. He didn't stand a chance. I spent all of day 71 doing red orbital supply drops because I wanted to get more mech blueprints. Some of you, if not all of you, should know of the Tinkering Desk exploit, which could raise up either a mech or an enforcer to max level. In the case of mechs, the max level was 381. Basically, you had to kill a scout that was at least above level 100, from what I could gather, and Once you killed it, you'd grab the blueprint before combining either one scout BP or two scout BPs with a mech, or two mechs, depending on if you wanted to gamble with just a single blueprint, since it wasn't always guaranteed. By the time this video goes out, though, I'm pretty sure they patched it, so sadly it can't be done anymore. At least not to the extent you could do it before. I got a few max level mechs, but they all costed so much resources to craft, so I tried to keep making them and hope one was a lower cost than the next. I got a couple decent ones throughout the next, 20-ish days, that were just shy of max level, but so far, nothing I could use, sadly. Day 72 was spent over in the snow biome taming up a mating pair of Uties because I wanted to get some kibble. I wanted to tame a certain creature before finishing on Extinction, and it would make my life so much easier if I used kibble while doing so. But for kibble, I needed Uties, and you know what that means? Yep, Siege is going to make another automatic killing machine that gives him free stuff. Listen, ARK is ARK. If you haven't embraced this side of the game yet, you really should look into getting a new game to play. While I was over there, though, I came across a 140 minute, and I just had to tame it. I had to. I would never forgive myself if I left such a high-level creature just roaming around the snow to despawn. All of day 73 was, I kid you not, making runs in the desert cave for one specific reason. Mantis. Or manti? Mantises? Mantises. Who cares? The point is, I was looking for a mantis to tame, but there's literally only one spot in the cave you can tame them in. And if they don't spawn there, you're SOL. I damn near lost my mind running that cave, going in and out, back and forth, killing everything I saw, trying to tame a mantis, only to find out that they weren't in the correct spot and I had to kill them. I killed so many high levels. It's not even funny. There was at least a few 145s I saw, and a couple 140s that are no longer with us. It's a shame. Really, it's a shame I couldn't tame them, because I would have really enjoyed a high-level mantis to imprint. Oh well, maybe next time. While the Uties were breeding, along with both the Dreads and the Gigas, I finally got a mech blueprint that was, well, probably as cheap as I was going to get. It was a 380 mech, with the only points missing being in weight, and, all things considered, it wasn't as bad as the other blueprints. Until you take into account the 3000 element I needed to craft it. Listen, I did the math on it, and here are my findings. Basically, since I was on single player, and my resources respawn at a quicker rate, I found out through trial and error that in 15 minutes of farming, I could get 50k dust. Sometimes it would be a couple thousand more, sometimes a couple thousand less, but basically 15 minutes, 50k dust. Which means in 30 minutes, I could get 100k, which translates to 100 element. 1 hour equals 200 element, so on and so forth. Which meant if I wanted to make that mech, I need to get 3000 element, which basically transfers to 15 hours of farming with the Dodic. Now, we can subtract a couple hours, seeing as how I had some elements stashed around base, along with that element gacha that had been going since it grew up, but even then, I still needed to grind for a little over 10 hours. And before you go off on me and say, oh, why didn't you just do an element vein? First of all, I have terrible RNG, and the veins were literally the worst while I was on farming the dust. Second, with the veins that did spawn in, they were all gamma, and with how long they sometimes run because the creatures don't pathfind correctly to the vein, I could have already farmed up more elements, so I just decided to stick with the dust grind. 10 hours. It is 10 hours that I will never get back of my life. I hate my life. I hate my life. I really do. You don't understand what 10 hours of grinding element dust will do to a man. You don't understand. You don't understand, alright? It took me so long. You wanna see? Do you wanna see? You wanna see? Huh? You wanna see how much element I have? There we go. I have 3,500 element. Because halfway during my farming session, I realized, wait a minute, I need to make the shield upgrade as well. And that's an extra 200 element. Over 10 hours of farming with the Dodic over there. Oh no, man. I tell you. I tell you, never again. I tell you, never again. I need to find myself a mantis. I need to find myself a mantis to farm element veins. Cause man, let me tell you, I am never doing this again. Never. Never in a million years will I be caught dead doing this again. All right, and all of you who are going to say, "Hey, why don't you just do an element vein? Ooh, why don't you just do an element vein, Siege?" Because nothing be above a flipping, nothing above a gamma was spawning. There was OSDs everywhere. There was red OSDs. There was yellow OSDs. But let me tell you, there were zero element veins above a gamma. And at that point, by the time it could take me to do a gamma element vein, I could already farm more element than that element vein alone in the time that it would have taken me to do that. So at that point, I'm like, it doesn't. I might as well just keep farming the element dust. I might as well. There's no point. There's no point in me wasting half an hour to an hour of my time trying to find these little dillos hiding around corners, munching away on my element. All right, my my time would be better spent just grinding element dust. So that's exactly what I did. All right, hours upon hours upon hours of grinding. It's gotten me this much, and I am never doing it again. Never, never in a million years. In between trips, when I was coming back here to put it all away, I did get the 11th melee mutation on the Giga, and I did get the 6th melee mutation on the Dread. So these have been going for a little while. Right here, I haven't done these eggs yet. Also, I hatched out a better imprinted Manic Armor from that 140 we tamed. I leveled it up with some Giga eggs. So now we got this guy. We actually got an Ascendant Mana Saddle from one of the red drops. So this right here is that. Yeah, I've been just zipping around on this guy trying to find OSDs, but nothing's here. So before we do anything else in this stream, before I say anything else, we're gonna make that mech. All right, excuse me. As you can see, it's already halfway through the day of 77. That's how long I was grinding element dust for. But yeah, I think we're just gonna start it. First, we're gonna wait a minute. Where are you? I need you to take my element so it doesn't get mixed in with this. I need to take this. I then need to turn it on. I then need to do that. Okay. First, we are going to make this mech. Before we do that, I almost forgot. I made a crafting skill potion. Let's take this just in case. It's not really for the mech, it's for other things. Alright. Now. We made the mech! Oh no! Okay. Then we make this. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Okay, we did it. That's literally all of my resources gone. That's literally all of my resources gone. Oh no. Oh my god, that's everything gone. Why can't I pick that? Oh, the crafting skill potion. Right. Oh my, look at this. Max level mech, -1 level. Alright, I think he's missing like 6% in weight. But that doesn't really matter when it comes to a mech. I just need the health, the stamina, the melee, and that's what I got. Max level mech, baby. It has taken me like 5 days to grind the resources for it, but I finally got in my max level mech. Oh, yes. Oh, this is amazing. Okay, what do I name you? We got Badassatron over there. I don't want to name you Badassatron. What do I name you? That's an oversupply. We might be doing that. Give me a second. What do I name you? Yeah, as you could tell from my voice, I was definitely dejected. But let's move past that for now. For the rest of day 77 was spent doing another red orbital supply drop, after, of course, checking for mutations on the Gigas and Dreads. After that, though, I made a decision. In all of my years of playing ARK, I have never once tried to tame the Titans. Not once. So, I decided that I was going to tame them for the King Titan fight, have them act as shields for my other creatures so they could attack the King Titan's ankles and hopefully do some damage. Genius me decided that I'd go for the hardest Titan to tame, though, the Ice one. And let me tell you, I wanted to rip my hair out during this fiasco. 40 minutes. 40 minutes. That's how long the next clip was before I edited it down for you. I think we're all ready. There's not much else. Dude, there's no point in me trying to stall any longer. We're gonna try and tame the Ice Titan right now. Um, hopefully we can do it. Right? Hopefully we can do this. Oh, I did it. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Listen, I can do this. I know I can. Just get to the mech and get out of Dodge. Whew, okay. 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 Let's do this. Ice Titan, I'm gonna try and make you mine. Right? Not in a weird way, just in a friendly way. Okay, there's the Ice Titan. Don't turn towards me. What am I on? I can't with this guy. This guy's a rat. You see this guy? Oh, you can't do that. Why aren't you aggroed onto anything else but me? There you go, buddy. No, I need your foot. Stop. How am I supposed to get your foot if you're a little rat? Bro! Come on, really? You are rats. I can't, you see what I mean? He's just, why is he only aggroed onto me? Bro. This foot is the most annoying thing ever. Can I just, like, smack his foot? There's no way I have not defeated this node. There's no way. There ain't no way I have not defeated this node, let me tell you. There's no way. Yes! We've got one! One of them is done. Oh my lord. Yes! I did it! 2 out of 3 gone. Oh my lord. Yes! 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 We did it! We tamed the Titan! Oh my lord. Everybody. We did it. Oh. Where's my loot? Oh. By golly, we did it. It's a beta, but I don't care. Yep. After 40 minutes, I finally tamed my very first Ice Titan, even though I wanted to rip my hair out. I'm kind of proud of myself for doing it on my first try. Really, I am. After the long trek back to base, though, I parked the giant kaiju outside the wall and sat AFK around base until day 79 rolled around. On day 79, I went to kill both the Forest and Desert Titan again for some more loot, but also for the future, when I want to take on Beta and Alpha King Titan, which I will make a video on sometime in the future. After another full day at base, breeding up some Gigas and Dreads, though, I decided to tackle the Forest Titan one last time, which gave me 3 of all Titan trophies except the Ice one on day 80. On day 81, I found a level 140 Quetzal flying above my base, so I decided to tame it. After that, though, I decided to have another shot at running the desert cave to find a mantis, and it was a good thing, too, because once I got to the section of the cave where you can tame them in, I found a level 125 male exactly where it needed to be, which meant now in the future, I'd be able to farm up element veins to the best of my ability. It only took 10 horns to tame up, but I still sat there for like 20 minutes waiting for the food to go down. It was insane. But after I got the mantis back to base and saddled it up, I named him Steve and gave him an ascendant pickaxe. You may be wondering why I named him Steve. It's obviously because he yearns for the mines. After that, I placed down my 13th melee mutation Giga into the breed pool. Then, I started removing the outer wall because it needed to be remade. The entire thing. It was no longer symmetrical, so I decided to just tear it down and start anew. Uh, Day 86. This one's a good one. Yeah, look at all these trees. These trees have got to go. How? Bro! I was in the air. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes! One arm dead! Let's get this. Yeah, come on, Groot. I have to wait, I'm overheating. 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30. There we go! Arm destroyed. Now we just need the one on his face, which is fantastic. Oh, so now you're being drawn back to the center. No. Where is bro going? I mean, listen, I'm all for it. Listen, I don't care. If you want to stay there, buddy, go for it. I'm all good. You can stay right there, and I will tame you. Oh my god. Did this just become, like, the easiest Titan tame ever? Bro walked off the edge, and now he's frozen there. This is amazing. No, don't. Just stay right there. $400. Tame Kaiju! We have Groot! Groot! And I think he's an alpha, too. I think it said it was an alpha. I'm pretty sure it said alpha. Yep, I tamed the Forest Titan, and it came out as an alpha variant as well. My first ever Forest Titan tame. First try, just like the ice one. Listen, I know it may not be a huge deal to you, but it is to me, okay? Day 87 was spent making a kibble farm with the Uties I had been breeding up. I had 1 male and 10 females stationed above a pit with a bio grinder beneath them, and basically, the Utie eggs would fall into the pit, incubate with an AC I had nearby, and then hatch. Once they hatched, there was a chance to get some kibble. I know it's more effective with adult Uties, but I wanted something automatic, and this right here was automatic. Day 88, I used up all that kibble to tame up a breeding pair of Deinosuchuses because I love these creatures. Not just for the obvious reason of they're the powerhouse, either. Crocodiles and alligators are my favorite animals, or reptiles, I guess you would say, but it doesn't matter. And I always felt cheated when I tamed up a Sarco, and, well, to put it frankly, they suck. Crocodilians have outlived dinos. They're badasses. They shouldn't be so weak in game. Which is why I love the Dino so much. An actual powerful croc that's useful. I just had to have one. I had to. Day 89 was spent actually making the real greenhouse this time, and day 90 was spent making up all the best Gigasaddles I could. A very cheap Gigasaddle BP that I made with the Upgrade Station mod. Did I mention how much I love that mod? Day 91. We made it, everyone. The last 10 days of this playthrough. When I first started this 100-day challenge, I never expected to have as much as I do now. Only a month since the release of this map. Perfect cars, Gigas with 15 melee mutations on them, Dredge with 6 melee mutations, a Forest Titan, and an Ice Titan. All in preparation for the King Titan fight in less than 9 days. Basically, all the way up to day 95, my time was spent hatching out the army, leveling them up, putting good saddles on most of them, and then bringing them up to the King Titan arena. I decided to do this 10 days before, so everything was all ready by the time day 100 rolled around. If you want to know the stats of my creatures, the Gigas had, 35,000 health, with 90% of them having a saddle above a 100 armor value. Their melee was, around 500% with the mutations on top? I think the actual number is around 480, depending on how many levels they got. The Dreads weren't that far behind on the melee department either, somewhere around the 400s, but not quite 500 yet. Their health was around 180,000, and seven of them had on over 100 armor value saddles, while the other 13 had primitive saddles. Then, of course, I had the two Titans. To occupy myself before day 100 arrived, I decided to hunt down more dinos on day 96. I wasn't really looking for high levels. I was mainly in the snow biome killing off anything that had a terrible trait. I wanted to make the best dino I could in my spare time, and for that, I'd need some pretty decent traits, i.e. vampiric, hard-hitting, numb, tenacious, giant slayer, or king slayer. While searching for them, I found a couple good ones. There's a vampiric, a hard-hitting, and a numb trait, but other than that, the traits were pretty garbage. I actually found a 150 Dino before I could find any other good traits, and, well, I just had to tame it. It was a max level. For the last 3 days or so, I just chilled around base and bred up the dinos a bit. Got some more metal, and farmed up a tiny amount of element for the boss fight. Before I let you all go to that boss fight, though, I want to take this time right now just to say thank you. From the bottom of my heart, for all those who watch my streams, and for those who come back to watch these 100-day videos I make, it truly means the world. It really does. Stay tuned as well for the next few weeks. I have a couple ideas that I believe you guys will enjoy, and a particular idea for a new series that I don't believe has ever been done before by any ARK YouTuber. At least I haven't seen anyone do it before. But I've kept you long enough. Without further ado, I give you the King Titan fight. Enjoy. Now, This may be scuffed, right? Like I said previously, the King Titan is kind of bugged at the moment. At least on the Xbox it is. The creatures will not attack it. All right, so it's probably gonna be a little scuffed. But I spent last night farming up element for the mech, so I have enough. I should have enough in there to outlast the fight. Now I'm gonna be completely transparent with you all. Since it is bugged at the moment, at least it was when I tested it. It might not be bugged, but like if it's still bugged, right? Throughout the fight, if my mech gets critically low, I'm going to just quickly, heal it up with a command, all right? Because I'm not being ARKed, like I said, all right? It's not my fault the King Titan's bugged. That's ARK's fault, all right? So because, like I said, dinosaurs they don't want to hit the King Titan when I tested it out on my other account. So, I don't feel like failing this because ARK is deciding to be ARK. All right, so if my mech gets critically low, I will heal it quickly with a command, but then I'll keep going. All right, so it's not gonna be in God mode or nothing. It's just I'm gonna heal it up. All right, that's how it's gonna be, because I'm not losing this fight. All right, I have literally 50 gigas over there, 20 dreadnoughtuses, and the 2 titans. All right, there's no way if this wasn't glitched, I would lose this fight. There's no way. So that's completely not my fault. Here we are. All right, King Titan, here we go. You are going down, my man. Hello? They should be on neutral, but they're not attacking. There you go, Ice Titan. There you go. They're working. Finally. Yes. They're actually doing it. Go. Go, my gigas! Go! Yes! Go, my gigas! Oh! They're actually attacking! Oh my god, we got this! They're actually attacking now! Oh my god, look at this! Go! Go, my... Go! Go, my pretties! Oh! Oh my god. We almost got it. We almost got it. Come on. Look at, they're actually attacking! Yes! Kill him! Kill him! Yes! Yeah! There's no way! There's no way! Wow, that was easier than I thought it'd be. Really, I love how Wildcard fixes the boss fight after I decide, oh yeah, I'm not gonna do alpha. I love it. I absolutely love it. Alright, where's the Ascension thing? Oh, there it is. Okay, here we go. Everything. That was easy. That was easy mode. That was easy. That was literally easy mode. I need to get these bags. I don't have time. I'm gonna go to the Ascension first. Ascension first. I don't have time. Oh my lord. Listen, the Gigas were expected to die, right? I can't believe it actually, as soon as I decide that I'm not gonna do alpha, that happens. Why? Why is that? All right, well, no matter. Here we go. Ascension time. Oh my god. Yes, I did it. It has taken me 500 days to complete the main 4 story maps of ARK. Oh my lord. 500 days. This is amazing. Look at that. Nice.
Absolutely beautiful. Go on. Take a look. It's finally begun. The Arks are coming home. Each one carries with it the seeds of new life. Plants, animals, and humans. And these seeds will take root across the far corners of the world. Once they do, all that life will be unleashed. From there, it will spread, grow, and thrive. And this planet, our home, will bloom once more.
Yes, it will, Helena.
As for the rest of the infection, well, the Arks can take it from here. In time, they'll purge every last bit of element from the soil.
I will never get over it.
But make no mistake,
these ending cutscenes.
this is all thanks to you. I'm just so happy I got to see it. You were the one that Helena, that I, was waiting for after all. Look at that. The suns are rising.
Yes. Man, I can't wait for Lost Colony. I really can't wait. A completely new DLC? Yes. I can't wait for it. I really can't. Yes. All right, let's go. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting.